Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, it is time to do the Emoji Coin project. So, this is the project that we will be printing for you so that you actually get to take something home. Now, you're probably wondering, Claire, why am I doing an emoji coin? Alright, pretty simple. So, a coin is money. And then, well, they say information is power, power is money. And you guys at this point with your phones like to talk, and I've seen so many with different emojis. So I thought, hey, this will be a fun little project here. So your challenge here is to create your own emoji, not copying the ones that I'm seeing here. And so you have to take a look and think, what emoji is missing from my cell phone? Because that's a really good way to kind of approach this project. Because the first part of this assignment is you will have to grab a piece of paper and you're going to fold it into four sections. So that we got four boxes on one side. Okay? You are going to have to do four rough ideas. These are your napkin sketches. They don't have to be super detailed. These are just rough ideas. It's a good idea. Okay? At that point, please ask your classmates for feedback. And so, which one's the best, which one's the worst, what can we make it better, and go from there. Okay, you're then going to flip the piece of paper over, and of those four, you have to turn four rough copies with input from your peers into two good copies. And then you're going to do that process again. So show your peers with your good copies, make any necessary changes to make it your final copies. At that point, you're going to pick one. If you have time, you can model two. Now, the one thing I will say, if you're choosing to model two, please do it in separate files. And the whole reason is it's easier for me to hand in at and print at that stage. So please do it in separate files. Okay? So keep in mind, and this is the big thing, you are allowed to gather inspiration from what's out here, right? It is not for you to just copy. Okay, so like I can take a quick search, you can see all these emojis on here, and boom. So please try to come up with your own. So like it does not have to be a face. I've had people make emoji coins from anime, from movies, from video games, from sports. One with a sports ball hitting somebody. You can have guitars. It does not have to be a face emotion. It doesn't have to be a face emotion. It's just what is missing because language is just in our current alphabet 26 letters. We spell letters and it gives us words. This is just your way to communicate what you're feeling, what you're thinking. It doesn't have to be a face. Use your imagination, please. I should be able to see your personality in these projects. Okay, so once you have your four rough ideas peer reviewed, then rolled back into your two final ones peer reviewed, and then you've picked your final one, you're going to switch over into Tinkercad. The first step you're going to do is edit the grid. Now, the reason for this is the requirements for this project is you can have no bigger than 5 centimeters or 50 millimeters, 5 centimeters, 50 millimeters, and we now have a workspace. So previously in our last project, we made a bigger workspace and worked on it. This time, on the other hand, you want to make it as big as possible. So to start the coin, and it does not have to be circle. I'm just, to be honest, taking the idea of coin in a literal sense. And so I'm going to, this is 50 by 50. I'm going to go 50. I'm going to go 50, which is making no sense to me because, weird. Okay. So we can see there it's good. And then I'm going to, so the thing is, your coin cannot be bigger than 50 by 50 by 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters. What I'm saying is you do not want your coin to be, so that's 2 millimeters, too small. Half a centimeter, now we're getting the territory. But the reason I gave you a little more room is if you wanted to add some depth. Now, keep in mind, our 3D printer can only do one color. So it's cool that this is orange, but I'm going to throw it gray because gray and black are mainly what I managed to stock up to. And so we want our object to have depth without color. So I'm going to do there, control copy. So I've got two eyes. Now keep in mind, I'm just doing this very quickly because, to be honest, why not? But I want you guys to put much more effort in than I am because I'm just turbo drawing here to give you guys a good idea of what you can do here. And so there's a really, really 3-minute basic emoji coin. Okay. Yeah. Now, here's the part where if you want to challenge yourself, you can. So, I said you could start with 2 emoji coins. Or, what some people have decided to do is actually do a coin with 2 faces. So to do that, step 1, you already saw me do it. I grouped the object, and what I did there was I just grabbed all the objects, shapes, we've got 4 shapes, and I've hit the group button right here. Now we've got one object. The next step, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over here and flip it by 180 degrees. And what that allows me to do is draw on the back side. So I'm going to draw here. So let's just say, again, let's quickly just boom, boom, and again, boom. And we're going to do, so this one's a little, so I'm going to raise this one up by 5 just because this one's in the air. And then, so we got this, as you can see, see? And then we got this, we got this, and then, what am I going to add for a smiley face this time? Let's just go with major unimpressed. Okay, so I'm really hoping you guys are more creative than me because this was a speed run. But as you can see, so you've got a 2-sided coin at this point. Okay, so last couple tips and tricks before we get going on there. You guys are just learning 3D modeling. If you're really liking it, go nuts. If you're struggling, please, sometimes the best ideas are simple. This is going to take longer than you think. Do not leave it to the last minute. Now, you are not going to get to do a second print. There's not enough time for me to run multiple prints to do multiple editions. So please work really hard to get what you want at the start and not what you don't want. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that should be good for now. I hope you have a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing how this goes. Bye for now.